What is up? This is Patrick, back in the chronicles of flapping my gums on the internet. And today we're going to be talking about $20 Pokemon cards that you can buy that I think will perform well and also I think are really cool, which is important. You got to be able to appreciate some artwork sometimes. So let's appreciate some art and appreciate value. That's the name of the game here. First one, right into it. This is not an uncommon pick. I've seen it before, and I fully agree it's underrated. Articuno from Journey Together. This card is just a spectacle. It's lovely to look at. It's a legendary bird. It's a relatively rare card. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of these now because Journey Together is a set that people are very willing to open. But take a look down the road. This is going to be something that does very well, I think, for you. They're not hard to get your hands on. They're easy to get in near mint condition. Your chances of opening them is quite low. So even though Journey Together is relatively favorable for hitting cards, getting specifically this one by opening packs, you're probably not going to unless you're opening a lot of packs. So just go pick this card up directly. Don't bother trying to chase it. But for $20 or for $13, I think it is, it's a bit of a no-brainer right now. Second one on my list, Regidrago V, the alt art from Silver Tempest. The Regidrago was a later addition to Pokemon, so I don't think it in and of itself is going to appreciate in the next 3 to 5 years. I don't think the popularity window is going to hit yet. I talk about that in this other video. Maybe I'll try to throw it up there for you guys if you want to see my takes after this one on just Gen 4 and onwards and how I think that will progress in Pokemon. But for now, this Regidrago V alt art, people love to look at all of these different, I don't know what to call them, scavenger hunts or Easter eggs in Pokemon cards. And sometimes it's just Lugia in the background, right? Don't overthink this. It's a alt art of a very rare card in the set. So this was not an easy card to pull in a set that's now out of its print window. The set's going to appreciate and do very well, I believe. And this card is just going to be along for the ride, but at a very low friendly entry point. This card has not seen a lot of movement recently. It's been sitting pretty stagnant for the last year or so. And that's not surprising, but I do think it's a good place to pick it up. And that's generally what I look for. So I'm not looking for cards that have already seen a lot of movement. I'm trying to pick ahead of the game. So if you appreciate this kind of content, give me a subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'm not really used to this whole thing yet. Anyhow, next one. Superior V, Silver Tempest. So I think that this fits really well into my thesis in my previous video where I talked a little bit about the future growth and how Pokemon that we don't see as super popular or Pokemon that the Gen 1 YouTubers, Gen 2 YouTubers see is very popular. They then think that they won't do well investment wise or as well as Gen 1. And I think it's possible that the contrary can be true and that we will see meteoric rise from Gen 4, Gen 5, etc. So on that note, Superior, the definitely not the most popular starter ever, but I think in combination with the fact that this is just a gorgeous photo, like it is a beautiful card. It's a rare card as well, similar boat to the Regidrago from previously. I think that this is a good pickup. I think that you're going to be happy getting in at this $20 mark. And it might be a slower growth, so I don't know that it'll be going up, even next year. But it's going to be a safe one to hold on to, and it has a chance to do some pretty spectacular moving once people realize how good it is. The interesting part with the $20 cards as well, I will say, is that they're generally speaking not quite worth grading yet for a lot of people. So you'll sometimes notice that these cards come in and they are gradable. Now, that's not to say that the majority or even a large likelihood at all of there being gradable cards from an online order. But it is something to keep in mind that if you order a Giratina V alt art from the internet and it's in a near mint condition, it will not be gradable. Like two or three people at least will have already looked and decided that they didn't want to grade it, and then have sold it as near mint. Whereas in this lower tier of card, you don't know that that's the case. So there's not always going to be people looking at these ones in particular. So food for thought. Moving on, this is a bit of a big range here on this one. I got the Brilliant Stars Evolutions, and on top of that, the Eevee itself. No brainer pickup. I've heard, who was it? Who's my guy that I watch a bunch of? The Pokeplumber talks about Brilliant Stars a lot. Shout out Pokeplumber. He talks about these cards specifically sometimes, and I think that these are tremendous value. Trainer galleries are not particularly rare or common. They're kind of in the middle ground where they are, a rare card, but not the most rare, which is good because at this point in time, you can get your hands on a lot of these for not that expensive. This isn't necessarily a grading play. This is a tuck these away and take good care of them because they will do wonders in the future. Like there are $20 evolutions from older sets that have, quite frankly, nothing going for them. They're just the Pokemon. So just let time do its thing on these. I have the utmost confidence in what I'm saying on these ones. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll be thrilled to have picked up any of these under $20 in 2 to 3 years. Zero doubt. I promise. Guaranteed. Not a financial advisor. Anyways, next one and the final one of my video, my guy. I will buy as many of these as I can for as long as I can at $20 because these are awesome cards. They're popular Pokemon. And without any further ado, my final pick. Amazing Rare, Rayquaza. There is a lot to say about Amazing Rares, in my opinion. There is so many. I'm going to bring the binder up for you guys here. There's so many Amazing Rares, and I think the Amazing Rares that aren't popular yet are Pokemon that have potential to be popular in the future. There's some of my Amazing Rare pages. I won't go through them all. As I've said in previous videos, this is my thing. So I don't just talk the talk. I'm always buying these types of cards in this particularly lower level where I see a lot of potential appreciation, and it's nice to have low risk, right? I'm not a super wealthy guy. I can make these plays and talk to you guys on the internet about them. And I've seen a lot of instances where I was right in the past and I had only bought a handful. So I'm getting a little bit more aggressive in my strategies. I plan to have some videos coming soon where it's just me yapping with my TCG player adding to cart. So it'll work well. I think people will hopefully appreciate just seeing what I'm thinking and which types of cards I'm buying because believe me, there's a lot more than I can fit into a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and all that. Buy my stuff, Shamangames.ca. We got some nifty slab guards coming soon, so let's see if I can find one here. We got some nifty slab guards coming soon. This is a very simple one. There's lots of fancy ones. They're pretty neat. We're going to be charging a whole lot less than the big names out there. So if you're interested and you're from Canada or willing to pay 25% tariffs, check it out. Thanks for watching. Peace.